Hello, boys and girls. It is Becky, and I'm here with you to do Sunday school. I first want to tell you that Spencer is not here with us today because he is homesick. He has a roommate that has COVID and he has strep throat. And Becky hasn't been with you for a while because I've been sick. I'm starting to feel better, but you can still probably tell in my voice that I have a little cold, but getting better every day. I wanted you to maybe notice that I have some pink hair. Isn't that fun? I've been using a um, shampoo that's pink, and so every day my hair gets just a little more pink when I wash it. And it's just something fun I've been doing while we are all kind of locked in quarantine stuff. So I wanted you to know something new about me, but I would love to know something that's been happening in your life that is new and fun for you. Something maybe you've done at school or with your family, something new you've learned or thought about. So if you would like to reach out to me, please send an email, text me, send a picture. I'd love to hear from you. I miss every single one of you so much, and I look forward to the day that we get to be back together. So that is my new thing that I'm sharing with you, and I'd love to hear what's new for you. All right, our lesson this week is about Jesus. This story has to do with Jesus, and we're going to do a little activity first. So if everybody's eyes can be on me, I want you to mirror me. So that means whatever I do, I want you to do. Okay? So just like you're looking in the mirror, you try to be my mirror. All right? I'll let you get ready. You can stand or sit watching me. All right, here we go. Nice job. How did it feel to watch me that closely and do what I was doing? Was it kind of fun? Do you ever watch anybody else like that when you are trying to really pay attention? Do you ever feel that way with your teachers? When your teacher is talking, that you really listen and you're paying attention to what they're saying so you can catch everything that you might need to do? Yeah. So our story today is kind of about that. So people would watch Jesus, especially his disciples that were trying to learn from him, would watch him and listen to him and try and learn from him. So that's what our story is about today. It comes from the book of Matthew, and it's from chapter 9, verses 35 through 38. And it goes something like this. Then Jesus traveled all around the cities and the villages. He taught in their synagogues, which was their churches. He proclaimed the good news of the kingdom. Jesus cured every disease and every sickness. When he saw all the people, he had compassion for them because they were harassed and helpless, meaning that they were kind of being picked at and people were being unkind to them. And so they seemed to Jesus to be like sheep without a shepherd. Then Jesus said to his disciples, "There is a lot of work to be done, but not a lot of people to do it. Pray for the people to do the work that needs doing." The end to our story. So a shepherd and a sheep, a shepherd makes sure all the sheep stay together and never lets any sheep get too far away so that they can't find them, and they count them and make sure everybody is still there. And that is what Jesus was doing with the people, making sure no one was left behind. And when he saw people out on the streets that were being dismissed by others, he noticed them. He noticed them, and they mattered to him. They mattered so much to Jesus that he told his disciples that were learning from him, there is lots of work to do. We need more people to help people. And so Jesus cared so much about the people that he met that he wanted more people to be able to help them. All right, if you haven't already, you can pause or go get your papers to color. If you are in preschool through first grade, you have this story to color while we talk. And it says, Jesus makes his way around the land, teaching, preaching, and healing. Jesus looks at the people he encounters and has compassion on them. He sees them. Jesus asks his disciples to pray for more to join to do the work. That is the story that the younger kids have. My older kids, you have a picture that looks like this. I already colored it because I want to be able to talk to you while we're coloring. So this says, he was moved with compassion because they were like sheep without a shepherd. So the sheep were out there needing somebody to help see them, pay attention to them, guide them, help them, right? So you go ahead, and while we talk here, you color, okay? So you go ahead and color whichever one belongs to you while we talk. So compassion is what Jesus saw when he saw all the people that were on the street and the people that were in the villages, and he wanted to help them. He wanted them to be seen and them to be cared for. And so that is what compassion is. And have you ever noticed, I'm going to tell you a story about that in my experience. When you've ever been downtown or maybe to the downtown library or different places, maybe in a big city, I went to New York last summer and I saw lots of people, just like Jesus did, that were sitting outside on the sidewalks or by the streets that maybe didn't have a place to live, that needed help. And lots of people walked right by them, never noticed them, never spoke to them, didn't even acknowledge that they were there. And I think compassion, more than even the idea that you have to give the people that are sitting there money or the needs, because sometimes we can't always give them everything they need, but we can give them what Jesus wants us to give them, which is to be seen, to be heard. I think that in life, names are really important, because if you call someone by their name, then you are showing them that you care, that they matter, that they have a voice in this world. And so my story is of several summers ago. I was downtown, Sioux Falls, and I was visiting with some friends, and we walked across the street, and I just happened to really be thinking about this type of story from the Bible and how Jesus sees people. And there was a man sitting on a bench down there, and he, as we walked by, reached out and asked for some money, asked for something because he didn't have anything to eat and he was hungry. And at first, I did what I'm not very proud of. I walked right by because we were meeting our friends, and I kind of ignored them, and I walked by and I walked over and started talking to my friends. And when I got over to my friends, I started thinking about what I had just done. And so I turned around and I went back. I sat down next to him and I said, "My name is Becky. What is your name?" And he looked at me like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And he paused, and then he told me his name. And I simply said, "It's nice to meet you." And we chatted for a minute, He told me where he was going, what he was doing. I told him what I was doing. And I told him that he mattered. And then we shook hands and we parted ways. I went back with my friends and went on. I may or may not have given him anything that he needed for food, for a home, but compassion has to do with seeing someone and not just walking by and ignoring that people exist. That's true downtown when you're walking around and seeing people. It's true maybe in your lunchroom or on the playground. If there is a friend outside that is all by themselves and nobody wants to play with them, Jesus wants us to see them. They want us to be with them. And if we are the ones that is all alone, that is not feeling seen or heard, Jesus wants others to come and be with us. And that's what this story is about. So I hope you can find a place that you can see and listen to someone this week. Our compassion in action this week is all about those people that are like shepherds in our life. Those people that we want to model after, those people that are helping us be more like Jesus, perhaps. So I'm going to challenge us to find a way to thank teachers this week. I think teachers are a great example of somebody who helps us, guides us, wants us to mirror what they're doing, right? And so whether your teacher is your mom or your dad at home, or if your teacher is at school, think of that special person that helps you learn, helps you grow, helps you make choices that are better, and thank them this week. Whether it's draw a picture, or you say thank you in a big way, or you bring them an apple, whatever it is that you want to do to thank a teacher in your life this week. All right? And that is our compassion in action this week. I hope next week that both Spencer and I are back healthy and happy and ready to be in Sunday school with you. And I will see you next week. But before we go, we will pray. So come join me. You can sit or stand, whatever is most comfortable. And let's do what we do. Let's take a deep breath in. Hold it. And blow it out. Dear God, thank you for our story today of Jesus acting as a shepherd, protecting and guiding those in need. Thank you for acting as a shepherd in our lives. Give us courage, compassion to protect and guide and see others as we get to know who may need our help. And all God's children said, Amen. See you next week, guys.